Yo!
Hi.
Sup?
Fun. Right. This is the Aimless Network and our first video, and we're going to be talking about Star Wars: The Old Republic beta, what's coming up in it, new information that might be available to people. And Richard, Richard,
Yo!
as he's played the beta, he's going to have sort of in-depth analysis of different classes, character creation, first zones, what the PvP is like, what PvE is like, etc., etc. So, Ricky, if you want to talk about your experiences with the beta and stuff,
Yeah.
Uh,
And then we'll move on to the. Well, you guys start with the character creator and
yeah, we'll do the
the
character
beginning of the
afterwards.
game.
Yeah. So yeah, beta, a lot of fun. Most people would compare this game to WoW. From all you see in the chat in Coruscant is that everyone's saying that this game is a lot better than WoW, and I agree with them. The game is godly.
Because you played WoW for ages, didn't you? You're like
Yep.
in the top guilds and stuff.
Yeah,
Stop.
top guild of Stormscale, that was fun. But yeah, so starting back at level 1, slightly different, but the game mechanics are amazing. If you've played Mass Effect, Knights of the Old Republic, the mechanics of that put into an online world, and it is godly. So, character creation, that was a lot different to like games like WoW. WoW, you're very limited on your choices. This, you've got all your sliders, you can edit your complexity, all this crazy stuff. And I spent about 20 minutes designing my character, so
Are
Yes.
the sliders like Mass Effect, pretty
Uh,
much?
yeah. So you'll have a range of different sliders like complexity, age, height,
Oh yeah,
build.
because all of my other friends who played it, he said that everything was preset. I'm not sure like what he was doing, if he was doing anything wrong or anything like that, but he said that it wasn't as in depth as Mass Effect, and then I got a
I've
bit
looked at
confused.
it, and it does look really in depth. I mean, if it's anything like Mass Effect was really that you could do things like change, your cheekbone. I don't know, why would I want to change my cheekbones? Give myself giant cheekbones like horns. It'd be awesome. But that's not really going to affect the gameplay.
No, it's not as like in depth as Champions Online, where you've literally can change
Oh
every
yeah, no,
single
that's
aspect and spend like 2 hours making a character. But it's enough to make your guy unique,
Yeah.
because you've got to consider that they've got character creation for I think it's 9 different races. So
Well, you've got to think about it. The character creation, you're going to want a unique character and to spend a long time on it because it's going to be your online personality on the game. You want to make it as if how you would want to see yourself in the game.
You
Not
don't
only
want
that,
to.
you're going to have hundreds of thousands, if not millions, of people
Exactly.
playing this game, and you don't want every single bounty hunt to look the same. Black afro, red eyes, big massive moustache with a cape. Not every
Woo.
single bounty hunter is going to want to look like that. So I mean,
What?
most well, I
What?
would.
Well, what about the armor then in the game? Is that changeable? Is it
Well,
going to be like WoW, where you put something on, it's pretty much the same appearance regardless?
I
what I
want
was thinking, if we go back to the character creation quickly, what sort of things can you do? Things like customize nose, scars, hair color. I mean, what sort of? I mean, I'm sure the basics, changing eyes, mouth, nose, hair, that's in
yeah
there, yeah.
Like
yeah
the
But
physical build?
what are the extra? Yeah, they like the physical build, the extra things, like the scars, the accessories. What sort of can you change those at all?
Well, I only really went through character creation on human, but for that you can change. There's about 17 different presets for scars on your face. You've got complexity. I'm trying to think of main things.
Complexities like
How old your character looks.
how prettiful.
Yeah. But, most of it's like you described. You got hair, different types of hair, different color, facial hair, um, different colored eyes. A lot like Skyrim's creation for
Yeah.
your face, because really the only body changes you've got 4 different body types. So you start off with either big, humongous guy, really thin guy, and then the 2 in the middle.
Do they affect gameplay at all? Sort of
No,
like Brink? Okay.
no,
Yeah, I mean, you might think that the big humongous guy
It's
is
got to
going
be
to
the
be,
tank.
yeah, like the tank, but you
Yeah.
could have a massive, humongous female Jedi consular who can't do anything with a lightsaber and is more suited to healing.
Yeah.
but then again, you could say the same thing about WoW. You have gnomes that are tanking, so that's where it's at.
A
Small.
gnome
So
could
Richard, what
tank.
class did you start off as then?
I was amongst the 17% of the beta population playing Jedi Knight into a Jedi Sentinel.
Yeah, we've got a few statistics on here. I mean, I don't know if anyone who's watching this is going to agree with this. Personally, looking at these, it surprised me a bit. You've got the class popularity. So the highest is the Jedi Knight. Then we've got the Jedi Consular, Jedi Bounty Hunter, just the normal Bounty Hunter, and the Trooper. They're the top 4 favourite. That doesn't really surprise me that much. I don't know about you guys.
Yeah.
Well, because every single class, or most classes I've seen that are focused on melee, they all seem to have tanking capabilities. And before I actually looked at the game properly, I suspect that Jedi Knight, it would be the main
Yeah.
popular class just because it's a Jedi Knight.
I would have thought Sith Warrior would be
Yeah.
the second most popular because
Yeah.
everyone
the
loves
equivalent.
people love being evil in WoW, in Mass
Yeah.
Effect, in Skyrim. Why don't they like being evil in a game where, the legacy that is put down, the Sith are always redonkulously cool. You've
Yeah.
got Darth Vader, Darth Nihilus, Darth Sidious. I mean, he's a tiny old man, but
Pretty
he was
badass.
awesome. He was wrinkly like Jamie's nutsack. But you would think that the Sith would be a bit more popular. I mean, looking at the Sith Warrior, you got the Marauder and the Juggernaut specialists with it. And we'll go a bit more in depth to those in a minute. I just want to quickly point this out. With the Sith Warrior, how it's laid out and how it sounds makes it seem as if it's going to be dealing massive amounts of damage. Not only that, but the trailers where you see the Sith Lord, everyone always says in the comments how awesome he is. So
Especially
Yeah.
when he's the one doing all the killing.
yeah, when he's just destroying everyone, you would think I don't know, maybe the Sith Warrior would be a bit more popular. I don't know how that's going to change,
We're
but
gonna have to keep in mind that this is the beta stage, and not everyone would have access to it.
yeah,
Well, there's gonna be loads of amount of people, but it was also gonna be the case of finding the right class for you. Because I mean, I'm saying I'm gonna be a Jedi Consular and a Sith Inquisitor, but when I get into the game, I'll be like, okay, it's not as good as I suspected it would be.
Yeah,
And then I'll
suppose
just change around. I might even end up being like a trooper or smuggler and all that other stuff.
Smuggler would be good. We can't have 3 troopers in the clan. That's just
Yeah.
that's unacceptable. So so we've done character creation a bit. What should we talk about next? We had a plan. but I
What
forgot.
about like how it starts off? Like, you create your class, create a character. Or no, you choose your class, you create a character, and then you're thrown into the world. Like,
Yeah.
Richard.
Yeah,
How's that lead on?
Right. So once you create a character, you pick your name, you press play. When you press play, you enter. Well, as I played the Jedi Knight, I entered Typhon on a space shuttle, where I was greeted by a Jedi Master. That was fun. He's just discussing how you've just started your Jedi training on Typhon in the Jedi Temple, and while you're waiting for your actual Master to come help you, you have to go help them defend against these Flesh Raiders, which are basically pink humans with hammerhead heads.
Hammerhead head.
Hammerhead shark heads, happy? Right. And yeah, so like every MMO, when you start off, the game is designed to not let you die. So you literally just run around learning how to play the game properly.
Or
Is it
rather,
actually
you
possible
shouldn't
to get
die.
killed?
Yeah.
Is it possible to get killed by one of the hammerhead head shark man?
Yes, I died. I died, but that was more of me being an idiot and running through everyone trying to get back to the starter zone.
Yeah, that sounds about right.
How would it compare to other MMOs? I mean, you have things like RuneScape, where go into sewers, kill some rats,
Yeah.
and then something like Champions Online, like you're in the middle of an alien invasion, and then you have to do all this stuff. Is that like, does it feel rewarding? Does it feel like you're a big character yet, or is it just feels like you're climbing up the ladder?
Yeah, do you feel insignificant when you first start off, or does your character feel as if he's going to be important, or is he just another generic Jedi Knight or another generic trooper?
Surprisingly enough, the first 5 levels actually makes you feel quite powerful. The storyline, there is actually a storyline from as soon as you start playing, because these supposed Flesh Raider attacks are being controlled by a Dark Jedi. And
Yeah.
at the end of the first quest line, you end up taking on that Dark Jedi. So it's you without a lightsaber versus someone with a lightsaber. And once you kill him, the Jedi's masters are like, wow, you're able to kill someone with a lightsaber, and you're unharmed. What is this? So
Yeah.
they really make you feel extraordinary compared to everyone else, because at the same time you've got NPC Padawans that are all getting hurt.
Yeah,
So,
that does sound really good. I mean, that sounds sort of like Mass Effect, where you get thrown into. I mean, it's made by BioWare, so people shouldn't be surprised to see aspects of Mass Effect in their game. Bear in mind the immense popularity of it.
yeah.
It's like Mass Effect 1, where you're just thrown into being Commander Shepard, and you're like, holy crap, who the hell is this Commander Shepard person? I don't know. Does he work at a baker's? Is he, the best accountant in the world?
Yeah.
But he's not. He's really awesome commander guy. But you don't know that. Or it's just all of a sudden you're this super awesome person.
Yeah.
Is it? Do you feel like the super awesome person, or do you just feel like awesome?
No, you just, because literally until you start the game, your person's considered unknown. So
Yeah.
you're
Makes sense.
pretty much a nobody. And then after that first quest, all the masters like, we've heard what you did on Typhon, you god.
Fair play.
Fair play.
So that's sort of like, I'm assuming that's how. I mean, you played through all of the characters just to get a feel of them for this, didn't you?
Yeah, well, I logged
Is
on,
that-
saw their ability, isn't it?
Was that from the storyline of each character? Do you sort of get that same feel? You're just a nobody. You get thrown into action to prove yourself, and then all of a sudden you're somebody.
Yeah.
Yeah,
That's
so
how I
that's-
describe it.
Well, that kind of leads us quite nicely onto the topic of the actual classes themselves. So shall we talk about those a bit?
Yep, sounds good.
Sounds good. Let's get Jamie to talk about them because he said like absolutely bugger all so far.
Well, Richard, you started off as Jedi Knight, didn't you?
Yeah,
So you have a few starting abilities, is that right?
I didn't hear what you said because Craig was busy going,
Taking a shit in the middle of a commentary.
I'm sitting on a chair. There's not even a hole in the chair. Where would I go to the toilet?
No, why don't you use your bin as a chair?
I thought you
Right.
said use my bin as a toilet.
Oh yeah, you probably use it for that as well.
Oh yeah,
For
cheers, Jason.
emergencies.
Vote of confidence there.
Yeah.
Right, yeah. So what you're saying, Jamie? Before I rudely interrupted
So
you. with
yeah,
that crap?
might as well start off with the Jedi Knight because that's what you played as first, isn't it, Richard?
yeah.
So you get a few starting abilities, am I right? When you first
Yep.
start off.
Yep.
So could you explain some of them, like?
Right.
Uh,
Yeah, every class seems to start off with two main damaging abilities. For example, for Jedi Knight, you had Strike, which was an ability which generates focus. Focus is like a Jedi Knight's main resource, so if you played Skyrim, your main resource would either be your stamina and your magicka. Your
Or your
focus-
arrows.
Yeah, your focus would be your stamina or your magicka. So,
Is that the same for every single class?
they have their own versions. Like a Jedi Consular will use the Force, a Smuggler
Don't
will use
troop-
energy.
And troopers use ammo, was it? Or
Yeah, ammo cells, energy cells.
Isn't it gonna be like the energy builder in Champions? You play Champions, haven't you, Richard?
Yeah, but I didn't play it too much. So I'm
yeah.
not
So it's gonna be
played
like the
some
energy
builds.
builder.
Yeah. So some, for example, with Jedi Knight, best way to describe it's like a warrior in its rage. You need to attack more with a certain ability to build your rage up.
Yeah.
So that's the main ability that I've seen so far for generating focus. And then you've got an ability called Slash, which is a stronger attack, but it uses up your focus.
yeah.
And then
I just want to. Sorry, looking at the notes that we all made, you've got the Shicho lightsaber form. Now, I haven't read up on my Star Wars lore in a long time, so I'm just going to quickly Google the Shicho form. But as far as I'm aware, it's the one-on-one Star Wars form.
yeah,
So the exactly what I say, a one-on-one lightsaber form. So how does that affect it? I mean, it says here, Shicho form enters lightsaber forms, increasing all damage dealt, and it reduces the damage. Is that all damage coming in, or does it focus on one person, such as in a lightsaber duel?
it's all damage received from any source. So
Yeah. Okay.
and all the damage you're dealing, whether it's indirect damage from you doing an AoE attack.
Yeah.
Yeah. So
Guessing is you're gonna be able to learn different lightsaber forms, and then gonna have
Yeah.
different like mechanics to it.
it's like In skill trees under Jedi Sentinel, in the middle skill tree, I forgot what it's called. At level 20, if you focus in that one skill tree, you can get a new form called the Ataru form.
Wait, what was it? The
The Ataru form under Jedi
Yeah, I'm just-
Sentinel.
Jedi Sentinel. Can't say it. No. Whoops. Never mind.
But yeah,
Well-
it shows specialism for that class
Yeah.
specific.